All right, you know who this is for. Victor. All right, this one is going to be about the saws that I have. This is not all comprehensive on all the saws, but these are the modern saws. That are some of them that are out there, and everybody says, "Hey, what's the best saw? What saw should I buy?" Couldn't tell you. For your purposes, you have to decide. But I know the ones that I bought or have found. So there you go. First up is this guy. This is a flush cut saw. It doesn't have any set whatsoever on the blade, so you can get right up on something, cut a dowel that's sticking out, cut it, it'll be flush. Even though it doesn't have any set, you can have the angle wrong, so you should flex it like this. Could have the angle wrong like that, and then still cut into your piece. I think it was $8.99 in Harbor Freight. Not a bad saw. It's pretty good actually, and does well. So here's the teeth in a crosscut pattern. Impulse hardened, so you're not sharpening this guy. But at $8, you can toss it, and you won't be brokenhearted. The next one is this guy. Now, you notice the handle. I made this handle. It is a crosscut saw, very fine teeth, and I actually have another one. I got this blade in Hawaii and paid $14.99 for it, and decided I would just make a handle for it, and so I ended up buying another one. I don't know what brand it is, but you can see right there. Maybe you can Google it or something. But I don't know when I go back to Hawaii, get another one or find another one. So when this one dies, it finally gives up the ghost, I'll toss it and I'll have another one. But I imagine this one will last me years and years before. Not really, don't use it really for dovetails like folks would think with a Dozuki on the back to keep it thick, to keep the blade straight. Don't use it for that because it's crosscut, it doesn't rip too good. But I use it for small projects, small things, dowels, cutting like that. So there's that saw there. Next one I got is a Gyokucho. And I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. So this is the Gyokucho S291. I don't know if you can see that. I saw someone do a review on this saw, and it is awesome. It's a thicker blade, 0.5 millimeter. So it's a thicker blade than your normal Dozuki. But man, this thing is awesome. I do like this for cutting dovetails, and because it's a little bit thicker, and your coping saw blade fits in better than it would if it was a thinner blade. So it slides right in. So this is the rip side. The crosscut side here, and there's the rip side. It's small, it's useful, and very nice saw. I do like this a lot. There's that guy. Keeping in theme with the Gyokucho, I bought this Dozuki right here. This is the 372. This is the one that everybody talks about. 372. I wrote it on there, so when I look up, I can see, yep, that's the one I want. I also wrote on the end, because I have two with the same handle looking, rip saw here, and this is how you remove it. I'll remove one and later. But definitely more of a rip saw pattern. You can crosscut quite successfully with this, but definitely a rip saw pattern here, and a very awesome saw. This is what David Barron uses. This is the one that Samurai Carpenter. Everybody uses this one. This is the one that's on. Yeah, everybody talks about. It's awesome. I think it's like $50 for that guy there. I also bought the 370. This is definite crosscut saw. teeth are a little bit finer than the other one you just saw. This is the 370 Rip Cut Dozuki. Again, on this side, I put a C, so when they're hanging up, I can know which one is a rip and which one's a cross just by pointing it out. Otherwise, these two, as they're hanging on my wall, look identical. So I had to mark them. So if you're new here on this brand of saw, here's how you remove it. Loosen this guy up here. Slides right out. And the blade comes apart like that. And then you chunk that one when it gets dull in a couple 3 years. And then replace the blade. Goes right back in there. Tighten down the screw. And believe me, that's not coming loose. Tons of people use these saws. Everybody's worried about the Japanese saws, the teeth breaking. Yep, they do break. This is when I was first learning, and I would not finish the cut properly, and the saw would fall and hit the desk, and I would break the teeth right off. So I learned after the 4 chips gone. So after the 4th time, I learned not to do that. 3rd time was not the charm for me. Folks are worried about, well, you can't sharpen these like you do Western saws, and yeah, you can do that with the handmade saws, but they cost a lot more. But really, if you're not cutting a lot, and I mean a lot, this will last a couple, 3 years before you even think about tossing it. And then all you do is toss the blade, like I showed you, get another one for 20 bucks, and you're back in business. The advantages of the thin kerf and the economy of exercise doing it is worth it, I think. All right, so this is another Gyokucho, and I got this one at the swamp meet. It was used when I got it, or it looked used anyway. This is the 9.5 inch. This is the 9.5 inch guy, Ryoba. So it's got rip on one side and it's got crosscut on the other. Another fine saw, and it's basically the same rip teeth size as this guy, and a little bit different, but basically the same as the crosscut size on this guy. This is just a little bit easier to carry, and the blade on this guy is much thinner than this guy. Awesome. To remove this, you do the screw, pop it off, put the new one in, and you're back in business. Piece of cake. Easy. Just a couple minutes and you're done. Alright, so this is another brand that's out there. It's called the Shark Saw. Awesome. I would say it cuts as well or on par with the Gyokucho, but this is like 25 bucks. There's the model number 102440, and that's the replacement blade. Even easier. So it's basically the same as a Gyokucho, only you replace it with this guy. Easier said than done. Anyway, unscrew that, pop the blade out, slap another one in, and you're back in business. Great cutter, a lot less expensive. If I was going to go somewhere, I didn't want to take my awesome, $40, $50, $60 saws. I'll definitely take one of these, and I'll take this guy, and I'll be in business for working all day long. Piece of cake. All right, the last one I have of the modern saws is the Tajima. This came as a kit. You get the pouch, you get 2 blades. I think it's going for about 50 bucks or so on Amazon and on eBay. So Tajima's the brand. You get 2 blades, a 250 millimeter and a 265 millimeter. Tells you what kind of blade it is. On the rip, it says rip. So this is 19 points, and this one here is 16 points. So a little bit finer on this guy here. You see all the things that they're doing on the package. Ripping, they're cross-cutting, they're using it as a flush cut. They're doing it for everything. Interesting on the back, they give you the instructions on how to remove it. The handle is, I don't know if it's really I think it's rubberized looking kind of bamboo stuff. All these are so I can hang it on the wall. And here's the blade. Very nice Catawba. Thicker blade. Very nice. And the other blade looks just like that one. See there, a little bit finer. When I first started learning with it, I did kink that guy here and I kinked it here, but it still cuts okay. I use these for rough cuts, ripping and rough cutting hunks of lumber and stuff like that. Big project stuff I use on these. So that's everything I have. Oh, I forgot to tell you, came in this pouch like you saw. So you can slide the blades in there and the handle. It's kind of awkward because when it's taken apart, the handle sticks out. It doesn't quite fit. So I'm not sure how that's supposed to work out, but it does. And that's it. Hope this helps out when you're choosing your saw. There are many other brands out there. Harbor Freight's got some. Other folks have got some. So select the one that's best for you. Talk to you later. Bye.